Mr. Arbieto. Good evening, all people here. And today I'm going to talk about hunting. Uh, as you know, and I am against with hunting, so I want to explain something that's why hunting is very bad and it's wrong for us. So there is an incident, and it is estimated that there are some 15 million hunters in the USA alone. So, and it's estimated that some 175 million animals are killed annually by hunters and trappers, including deer, including caribou, moose, antelope, elk, and rabbits, squirrels, and many animals. So, what is the reason for hunters and starting to hunt animals? They called to this sport is a way to recreate. So for me, it's not a good way to recreate or to have a game, a healthy game. Because when you are killed animals, you can become violent, including with other humans. So another reason that I am against with this is that animals suffer during the hunt. Not only when hunters killed the animal during this time, not killed rapidly. This time it takes sometimes to kill, and during the time the animal suffer very much. There are many reasons for that. Hunting is very bad and very annoying for this society, for this world, and it causes a lot of suffering and death to other animals, inclusive. They are using dogs for hunting, and dogs there are not there don't have a better life, so they are treated very bad. Include many dogs are lost in the jungle, in the desert, and nobody doesn't matter. So another reason, there are lots of hunting accidents. Hunting accidents have hurt or killed other animals like cows, horses, dogs, and cats, and even hikers and other hunters. So in hunting is unnecessary. There is no scientific evidence or any study that claims hunting as something good for a person's health. This act is only for fun or recreation, as we said, and it only brings negative to other living organisms in this world. Hunting also tolerates illegal poaching and animal trafficking, which affects the population of animals. So this is my point of view, and I don't know in favor for this activity. So this activity don't contribute in any, and so the health people or the life of animals, inclusive they're hunting animals, endangered animals. So illegal hunting is another cruel, is another activity that some people like to do. But we have to have or be aware of this activity, be aware of animals, the life of animals, and always make the right decisions and support the advocates of organizations. And we have to make sure and we are fully aware and well educated when it comes to hunting. So this is my point of view. I want to listen to my partner why she is in favor.
Okay, please, Jennifer.
Oh, mi, mi turno creo, ¿verdad, teacher? Okay. Yeah, I am in favor that animals be hunted because among the main causes of poaching are obtaining meat, the pig trade, the use of part of their bodies as medicinal products or for ornamental use. The main reason I am in favor of it is that since the beginning of mankind's existence, hunting has been a vital necessary for survival. Another reason is dogs are really today. It is a leisure activity that takes place in habitats that allow the existence of numerous species of wild animals that can be hunted and constitute a great attraction for the hunter. I also want you to know that hunting is very important because it is not limited only to sport or leisure, but also generates business activity and has a great socioeconomic influence in the areas where it is practiced. Another reason is that hunting generates will fixed population in rural areas because according to Deloitte for the Atramistan Foundation, hunting generated million euros in Spain and employs people even very much more than the motivated sector and the is certificate. Another reason is that hunting is the most ethical way to get healthy food. Game meat is fair, free, and hardly the most ethical and sustainable you can eat. Neither do we. The price was published in editorial in Greenpeace magazine, one of the most important environmental organizations in the world. Beyond the ethical component, emotional argument, Sí, ciencia also encourages us to consume it different studies, such as the one published by the British made advisor panel in yours, or the one recently carried out by the scientists. The inspector there is about the benefits that game meat bring to our health. Mm, good. Thanks, teacher.
Okay, Edgar, please.
Excuse me, why are you saying that this activity is ethical? How it could be an ethical activity when animals are voiceless creatures that only wish to live among us peacefully? You know, when they are hunted, they cannot scream or plead for their lives. They die in agony and suffer from pain. So I don't know. I don't think that this is an ethical activity. So this is the reason for I'm against with this activity. That's all. Thank you.
So, hunting another reason hunting is Seaton says, right? Prohibiting hunting is restricting our freedom and depriving us of the opportunity to put into practice a natural behavior that has made humanity what it is today, a tour back in social and political progress science. Since for centuries, hunting was reserved exclusively for the most powerful class.
Start with the next. I will start with the next group. Okay, I have here a voluntary. This is Valerie. Okay, Valerie with Diego Peña. Okay, well, I will start with these students.
Okay, teacher. Okay, I start. Uh, Hi, classmates. Hi, teacher. In my case, I'm in favor no for hunting. Well, uh, I can start by saying no that hunting is seen as a way to kill animals indiscriminately, but people don't see that hunting brings some advantages. Advantages. Some points in favor are, for example, hunting isn't only that, it's also the sustenance of several families. According to a study, hunting generates about 6,000 million euros in Spain, and employs for uh, um, 187,000 people. Other point, it isn't that hunting destroys the ecosystem. On the contrary, hunting helps preserve the ecosystem in some areas. A study by the University of Cambridge showed that banning hunting in some areas increased the number of lions and made the ecosystem unsustainable. Finally, point, it's a way hunting. It's a way to control any disease that some species of animal may have. Um, I'm going to finish my exposition by mentioning what Frank Cuesta, a well-known animal activist, said in an interview. Uh, it isn't wrong to say that thanks to hunting, many species have been saved from extinction. It's sad, but there isn't room for everyone in the world. In addition, the construction of an urbanization does more damage than hunting. That's all, teacher.
Okay, what about Valerie, please?
Okay, thanks, Diego. I take your point about the business of pushing animals and that moves millions of dollars in the world and provides food to people around the world. But it also seriously threatens the life of millions of species and the balance of their ecosystems, among other problems. Well, the hunting business runs third in organized crime worldwide and moves billions of money a year. But this activity takes life. For example, between 2010 and 2012, more than 100,000 elephants were killed, which could lead this species to extinction in less than 10 years. The hunting of animals in an ecosystem alters the food chains and causes the entire ecosystems to alter and therefore function poorly. In other words, hunting influences both animals that die and those animals that don't die. Then we take about plants, prey, and predators. Well, to finish, I have to say, hunting isn't a sport, hunting isn't a culture, and hunting isn't an economic activity that benefits society because the consequences are more serious than the economic benefits. Remember, you are making money killing animals. That's not a business. Life is privilege. For those arguments that I mentioned, I'm against hunting.
Okay, you're right. I can say something. Uh, it's true that doing business now with animals doesn't look good, but there are places where people have no choice, no, but to hunt, no, to take care of their families. Okay, that's all.
Okay. Well, animal life suppose irreversible network of species. For example, we can talk about a fish. A fish became extinct in a river will be a problem for the rest of the species, including humans, because despite the fact that this fish wasn't edible and didn't represent a direct appreciate benefit for humans, the role of this fish could be focused on keeping rivers and clean drinking waters, for example, and that's necessary for the air. So the people can make money with other manners, but the hunting isn't a good option. The hunt must be stopped. This is an activity that harms humans, animals, and even ecosystems. Thank you. Thank you, teacher.
That's all, teacher.
Okay, great. Class for your partners, class for Diego, class for Valerie, okay? And now, well, I will continue this debate with the next group, okay? This is for, okay, class for your partner, Emer and Stephanie, okay? Okay, great.
Can I start?
Yes, sure.
Good evening, everybody. Today I am going to talk about my arguments against hunting. So if you only imagine that you are on the playground during recess and one of your classmates throws a rock at you, you feel hurt, right? You feel sad and confused. And you tell your teacher what happened. But your teacher said that the kind who there's the rock was playing a game. It doesn't matter that you didn't know that got hurt. That's exactly what it's like for animals who are hunted. People call hunting it's a sport, but the point is to kill animals. Here, I have some arguments against you should never hunt. For example, the first one, it caused a lot of sufferings and death because hunting has even made certain animals go exciting all over the world. Arguments too, like humans, animals want to live. They also feel pain. Animals shouldn't have to die just because some humans consider hunting to be fun. Argument 3, I can lead to violence against humans. Why? Expert knows that people who are cruel to animals don't stop there. Many of them are cruel to humans too. Arguments 4, animals don't always die right after they shot. Some deer killed by hunters die only after they are shot 3 times, and others has been not killed right away. They suffered for 15 minutes or more before they died. Number 5, it tears animal families apart. Why? Some animals form very close bonds with their families, just like we do. No one's family members should ever be hunted. 6, some hunters, they are hunters, say that hunting keeps nature imbalanced, but that is not true. Why? Since they usually like to kill the biggest and strongest animals. Hunters are the ones who are messing up natural balance. And the last one, there are a lot of hunter accidents. Hunting accidents have hurt or killed other animals like cows, horses, dogs, and cats, and even jackals and other hunters. In conclusion, you can help animals by choosing never to hunt and telling your friends and family why hunting is wrong. Thank you.
Okay, please, Stephanie.
Okay. I completely understand the point of view of my partner and the partners that disagree with this activity because life matters. But I agree with control hunting or sustainable hunting. That is completely different. It is you in this way you don't see this activity as a sport or to see a satisfaction to kill an animal, you know. So control hunting or sustainable hunting make this activity be regulated. A lot of countries have this activity regulated. For example, in Europe, in the United States, in Canada, because a lot of reasons, they have a lot of reasons to regulate this. Some reasons are that it helps control the population of the animals. Some animals, for example, like rabbits, they reproduce in uncontrolled ways, and it's a way to control that population. It's only an example. Another point is to, for example, I'm not going to the legal way, you know, that is applied into Europe. I'm going to the way to rural populations, for example, in Africa. In Africa, there are tribes that they hunt not because of fun or I want to kill an animal only. They do it because they need it to. It's in his culture. If they don't hunt, they don't eat. And that's another point of view. I have one that is regulated in some countries. The second is in a rural population, they needed to do it. It's part of his culture. You cannot say that you cannot kill an animal because they don't have the same opportunities like us. And the third is in some countries do it to protect some protect themselves, protect their families, protect their communities. For example, in Canada, a lot of people use guns to protect themselves of white bears, for example. And it's a way, these are three reasons because I agree with this activity, but with a regulated activity, not with the satisfaction and the act to kill the animal. I completely disagree with that point of view. And that's it. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, great. Okay, what about Iber? Do you want to answer it or that's all?
I think that's all.
Okay, great. Okay, glad for your
I agree
partner.
with Emer because all life matters. It's hard to see an animal suffer in this way, but and sometimes we cannot see that being sensitive with this because uncontrolled population of animals could damage a land, an environment that is imbalanced, became an animal, grows uncontrollably, and it reproduce their population, and you need to do something to keep that land or keep that zone in balance.
That's interesting, yes, because it's controlling, no? The species. Exactly. Okay, students. Well, class for your partners, okay? Stephanie, okay, and Emer, okay? Well, it's spiritually, but it's with her. Okay, what about here, Jorge, okay, with Maria Fe, okay? Please, you will start.
Okay, I will start with some points. Hunting should be considered as a sport. I say because of multiple points. First of one, the physical benefit. Well, long distance and hiking into forest create the perfect excuse to do exercise, improving cardiac health and preventing disease for sedentary habits. Point two, survival skills, creating ways to get water and food sources within and outside the forest cover, and how to manipulate guns and responsibility of having one. And the third one, control animal. There are animals that invade neighbors and causing property and physical damage to properties and people. There are like 1 million of accident invading by deers. This occur and needs some control with hunting practices. The principal objective is getting meat, fresh, and non-processed food by wild animals. It is a safe, effective, and good activity. And for my partner, I have one question. If what sport does she practice, and what kind of food she eats?
Okay, Maria Fe, please go.
Hunting cause pain and suffering. This violent form of entertainment tears families apart and orphans countless animals or leaves them seriously injured when hunters miss. They are rarely killed, and many animals die slow and painful deaths when injured by hunters, but not killed. It is not for conservation of population control hunters destabilizes natural selection as they prefer to kill the largest and strongest animals, even if there were natural overpopulation in a group of animals. Nature would regulate the population, hunger, and disease are terrible, but they are nature's way of ensuring that healthy, strong animals survive and maintain the strength of their herd. The hunting is not an economic activity that benefit society. This is another big mistake feared because hunting is not an activity available to everyone. It requires money, so it's class and entertainment to begin with. And secondly, of all, for its own benefit, hunting has an environmental impact of which hunters and people involved in the hunting business are not responsible. The fauna for them is not a value of nature, but a body, and as in any commercial transaction, the lower of the higher the cost paid for it. Hunting does not help the conservation of species, but it is a triad. Hunting means the destruction of the natural balance of the ecosystem. This can lead to the decimation or extermination of animal species. Hunters are exploiters of nature and not protectors of it. They take care in any case of the animals that interest them as bad. For the rest, the hunters themselves today contradict the statement hunting as active protection of nature. This is all, Mr.
Okay, to finish my last 3 points, why the hunting is a safe, effective, and good activity. Safe because of no matter what, hunting has the lower injury rate than other sports such as bicycle, swimming, parkour. And what did I ask about the food? Because why be against when we are carnivores? We eat daily meat from sources that exploit animals throughout their lives with extreme diets to become profitable, and their extreme reproduction since they begin their fertile stage.
Okay, class for your partners, okay, Jorge and Maria Fe, excellent students. Well, okay, I will continue to the next class, okay, because I forget the time. Yeah, I'm so